Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining Jeff and I today. Jeff, what is going on with your background?
Oh, well, that's
What is,
it's the game Risk. And there's this great website that allows people like us to use uh, images, and we do of course credit them in our video. But on the weekend after I wrote the blog, I went to the site and I typed Risk because that's what today's topic is, just to see what photos would come up. And this one behind me I thought was so good that you and I might actually be fighting over who can use it. And I thought we might show up on this with both of us having the same image, but you didn't like this one. You like
you
the one
like
with the
chess?
chest.
Yeah,
The third one,
strategy. I
yeah,
like
the,
it.
the third one I found was dice. So I thought it was a little too distracting. So
Yeah,
that's
I
the
agree.
background.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get talking about risk. We've had a lot of ups and downs and in short periods of time with the market. We saw
Yeah.
a two-day drop about 11% on the S&P.
Hmm.
So that's not the first time it's happened. It looks like about this has happened since what? Historically, 1933, about 10 times.
Hmm.
But the
Yeah.
market always seems to rebound.
Yeah, if you
Then
look
it,
at all 10 of those instances, we put a chart together, and I just put this data together myself, and I was not really all that surprised because this is what contrarian investing is all about. Usually, when everyone has moved to one side of the boat, you want to be on the other side. And so, if you go back and look at those 10 instances in the last 100 years when the market was down 10% in 2 days, looking out 3 months, the median return is 5%, 6 months, 11%, 1 year, 18%, and 2 years, 27%. And that
Mhm.
includes the financial crisis of 2008, COVID, and 1987, and then there's quite a few examples from the 30s. So I think the
Right.
point is that when you get extreme pessimism, not always, but odds are it's more of a buying opportunity than a selling one.
Yeah. To our advantage. It's
Yeah.
interesting though, because our clients, not one of them called us with a panic button of sell everything or create some cash for us,
No.
which is, I mean, it's amazing, right?
Yep. Yep. Our clients are
We're both
the
very
best.
proactive with
Yeah,
uh,
and we should talk a little bit about how we manage risk because I'm quite proud that we didn't have anyone ask us to sell anything, and it's because we do manage risk. So there's multiple ways we do it. First of all, we talk to everybody quite regularly,
yeah.
and
It's
so
not like the States where there's hundreds and hundreds of clients and they literally get placed with someone they don't know and they go through a quick survey questionnaire or something, answer the questions, and then it's all plugged into a system and that's pretty much it. We
hmm,
go a little deeper than that, a little
a
more
little a
customized
little
approach.
deeper, no, a
Well,
lot
a
deeper.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, we talk to people very regularly, so we know who just got promoted. We know who's thinking of retiring in a year. We know people who say, I'd like to have this much in income each year. So we build those relationships. And by frequently speaking to people, we get to know both their risk tolerance and risk capacity. And one assesses, what your stomach can handle in terms of volatility, and one looks at, how much downside can you withstand and not have to change your future goals. And
Right.
so they're both very important. And then second to that, the portfolio construction is huge. We
Yeah.
diversify across sectors and stocks. So, we'll unless there's a very good reason, we'll never let a stock get over 10%. Uh, I mean, usually when it's in the high single digits, we'll trim it to manage risk.
Hmm.
And we will construct a portfolio for someone and give them exposure to, our 25 stocks or so and multiple sectors so that they're not always moving in the same direction. This past month, our utility stocks they've done fine. We own four
Hmm.
utility stocks in there, and They're actually, I think some of them actually hit a new high. So diversification is huge.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we touched on everything.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been a tough month, but keep an eye on that chart we put together because things seem tough now, but historically speaking, these are great buying opportunities.
Yeah.
And one thing I didn't mention it, but during COVID, I mean, remember in March of 2020, there was a lockdown. People were scared. We had no idea what the solution would be, but there was one. And then think back to in 2008, it was said to be the next depression, but yet a solution came about. And so in this situation, this is entirely self-inflicted, and it can be resolved much easier than these past crises. So for that reason, I'm optimistic
Yeah.
that history
This too
shall
shall
repeat
pass.
itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Annie.
Thanks. Bye.